Hello and welcome to Drishti IAS English. I am Aisha, and in today's episode we will be discussing about the International Tiger Day 2024. So every year on 29th of July we celebrate the International Tiger Day. So on this special occasion it becomes important to discuss about tigers and what has India done as a country so far for the conservation of tigers, and a topic which is very important from our exam respect also, because if we will see the preliminary examination, then over the years from different themes and different respects UPSC has continuously asked questions from the topic tiger and different themes under the topic tiger. So this becomes very important from the respect of paper 3, that is environment, and also paper 1, that is geography. So let's begin. What all we will be knowing in this video is about tiger, then what are the initiatives for the protection of tiger or for the conservation of tiger that has been taken by the government of India till now, then the 55 tiger reserves state-wise overall, then the tiger census data, and in the end UPSC PYQs on tiger. So let's begin. So every year on 29th of July we celebrate the International Tiger Day to raise awareness for tiger conservation, as there was a time in that during the 90s that the population of tiger was going down, and then the project tiger and many other initiatives were launched by the government, and after that we see that the population of tiger is now increasing, and as of now it has reached good numbers, and majority of the population of tiger lies in the country India. Then it was first instituted in 2010 at the Tiger Summit in St. Petersburg, Russia. So 13 tiger range countries. So the 13 tiger range countries, they came together to create TX2 or tiger times 2. It means doubling the population of tiger, and that is why it is TX2 or tiger times 2. That is the global commitment to double the number of the world's wild tiger by the year 2022, and this phenomena or this initiative has been successful. Now let us know about tigers. So the tiger is the largest cat species in the world, and it is both an umbrella species and a flagship species. Now flagship species, umbrella species, or it can also be attributed as a keystone species. Now flagship species because it represents a certain area, or it represents a certain niche, or it is, if the tigers are present in that area, in that niche, then it is the tiger which will be the flagship species of that area. Then comes the umbrella species. Umbrella species means that if the conservation of tiger will take place, then the conservation of other areas or other animals or other flora and fauna will automatically come with regard to the conservation of tigers. So like for example, if there is a tiger reserve and the conservation of tigers is taking place, so with regard to the buffer zone and the core zone, the conservation of other things will automatically happen. So that is umbrella species. So tiger is both a flagship species, umbrella species, or also a keystone species. Then about the habitat of tiger. So they live in forest area, savanna, shrubland, grassland, wetland, inland, and also coastal areas. So tigers can survive in multiple different locations also. Now about the countries with most number of tigers. So first of all, on the first rank is India, second is Russia, then third is Indonesia, fourth is Nepal, and fifth is Thailand. So the maximum number of tigers is present in India. So India currently harbors almost 75% of the world's tiger population. So all other countries, all the other tiger range countries are having around 25% of tiger population of the world, and 75% of tiger population of the world is in India. Now let us talk about the subspecies of tiger. That is, there are 8 recognized subspecies of tiger, out of which 3 are extinct. So 3 are extinct and 5 are there as of now. So that is Bengal tiger. So Bengal tigers are found in Indian subcontinent and majorly in the Bengal area. Then Amur tiger. So Amur river region. So Amur River region of Russia and China and also North Korea. So there they are found. Then South China tiger, that is South Central China. Sumatran tiger, Sumatra, Indonesia. Indo-Chinese tiger, that is found in continental Southeast Asia. Caspian tiger, that is Turkey. Javan tiger, that is Java, Indonesia. They are extinct as of now. Bali tiger is Bali, Indonesia. They are also extinct. So the three subspecies which are extinct are Bali tiger, Javan tiger and Caspian tiger, and rest all 5 are present as of now. Now these are the tiger subspecies. Let us see. This is Malaysian, endangered, Sumatra, critically endangered. Sumatran tigers are critically endangered. Bengal tigers, endangered. Siberian, that is Amur, endangered. South China Sea, they are possibly extinct in the wild. Possibly extinct in the wild, not overall. Then the Balan tiger are extinct, Caspian tiger are extinct, and also the Javan tiger are extinct. So out of it, 3 subspecies are extinct. Now let us talk about the conservation status of tiger. So this becomes very important because the IUCN status or the conservation status can be asked in the examination. So IUCN red list, it is endangered. Then CITES, it comes under Appendix 1, and Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it comes under Schedule 1. It means it comes under the highest strata of protection provided in India. Now let us talk about the threats. So from what are the different type of threats to tigers? So that is habitat loss. So wherever they are staying, because of industrialization, because of construction, the habitat loss can take place. Then climate change. So this is the point which is the talk of the town, talk of the hour, and has been the talk of the decade also. And in the coming times, the climate change, as now also we are able to see the effects of it, and in the coming time we will see that the climate change and the increasing temperature will have even worse effects if the actions will not be taken. Then human wildlife conflict, because of the habitat loss and also the construction activities going on, the infrastructure activities going on, deforestation taking place. So the tigers are not getting enough space to live, and tigers are flagship species. They need large and they need huge areas to live, and their habitat is huge areas. So if that area will be cut down into small, then they will come out of that habitat and they will have human animal conflict. Then inbreeding diseases, we all know, hunting, grazing, mining, infrastructure development, tiger farms. So these are few of the threats which are problematic to the population of tigers. Now let us talk about the initiatives that the government of India has taken till now for the conservation of tigers. So first and foremost, and the most important among all, is the Project Tiger. So the Project Tiger is a centrally sponsored scheme. Centrally sponsored scheme, it means that the majority of the money comes from the central government, and it comes under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It was launched in the year 1973, and as there is a Project Tiger, because tiger is a flagship species, so there is a Project Tiger. So it was launched in the year 1973 for in situ conservation of wild tiger in designated tiger reserves. So in the tiger reserves, the designated tiger reserves conservation, the in situ conservation, it means inside the tiger reserve or the inside the habitat, the in situ conservation of wild tigers will take place. Then the NTCA, that is the National Tiger Conservation Authority, the NTCA which was formed under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, and the NTCA is the highest body which looks into the matters which are related to the tigers. So the NTCA has an overarching supervisory role performing functions as provided under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So the supervisory role is provided by the NTCA. Now let us talk about the GTF, that is the Global Tiger Forum. So Global Tiger Forum, so it is the Global Tiger Forum is the only intergovernmental international body working exclusively for the conservation of tigers in the wild, and it is a forum of 13 tiger range countries. So if we talk about the only intergovernmental and international body which is exclusively working for the conservation of tiger, so that is Global Tiger Forum. Now the goal of the Global Tiger Forum is to double the wild tiger count by the year 2022, and India has already achieved the target of doubling the tiger population much and way before the target of 2022. So India achieved it in the year 2018. Then comes next, and that is the Global Tiger Recovery Program. Global Tiger Recovery Program, as the word itself is telling, what is it about? Recovery. It means getting it back. So it is an ambitious and a visionary species conservation goal which was set up by the government of the 13 tiger range countries during the St. Petersburg Summit 2010, and it is also known as the St. Petersburg Declaration. Next comes the TX2 goal, that is T into 2 goal, and the target was to double the number of wild tiger, as it has already happened, and the supporting agency was the WWF, that is the World Wildlife Foundation. Next comes the Conservation Assured Tiger Standard, that is CATS. So it is an initiative of the WWF, that is World Wildlife Foundation, and it is a set of criteria that allows tiger sites to check if their management will lead to successful tiger conservation or not, and if the management will not lead to the successful tiger conservation, then different things needs to be adopted and different measures needs to be tried so that the conservation process becomes successful. Next comes the Global Tiger Initiative, that is GTI. So this was launched in the year 2008 as a global alliance of government, civil society, conservation and scientific communities to save wild tigers from extinction. So basically, if the numbers of tigers are going down, then it needs to be stopped and the conservation and the preservation methods needs to be taken. Next comes the International Big Cat Alliance. So the International Big Cat Alliance was launched in the year 2023 to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Project Tiger. Then IBCA, that is International Big Cat Alliance, was launched by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change for the conservation of 7 big cats, and these 7 big cats are not found in India. 2 of them do not found in India. So the 7 big cats are tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, cheetah, jaguar and puma. So jaguar and puma is not found in India, while on the other hand, now tiger, lion, leopard and snow leopard are found, and now cheetah are also found in India. So this was about the International Big Cat Alliance. Then comes the point of tiger reserves. So as of now, that is July 2024, India has 55 tiger reserves overall. So let us look at the tiger reserves state wise, and this question can also be asked, that which tiger reserves belongs to which state. So let's begin. Assam, if we talk about, then Kaziranga Tiger Reserve, Manas Tiger Reserve, Nameri and Orang. Next comes Arunachal Pradesh, then that is Namdapha, Pake and Kamlang. Next is Andhra Pradesh, that is Nagarjuna Sagar, Sri Sailam. So that is the only. And then comes Bihar. Bihar as of now has only one, that is the Balmiki Tiger Reserve. Then comes Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh has Achanakmar, Indravati, Udanti and Sitanadi. Then Jharkhand, it has only one, that is Palamu. Then comes Karnataka. So Karnataka has many tiger reserves, that is Bandipur, Nagarhole, Bhadra, Anshi, Dandeli, Bilgiri, Rangaswamy. And then Kerala has 2, that is Periyar and Parambikulam. Then comes Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh also has many tiger reserves, that is Bandhavgarh, Satpura, Kanha, Panna, Pech, Sanjay, Dubri, Virangana, Durgavati. Next comes Maharashtra. Maharashtra has Melghat, Pech, Tadoba, Andhari, then Sahyadri, Nadira, Navegaon, Bor. Then comes Mizoram. Mizoram has one, that is Dampa. Then comes Odisha, that is Satkosia and Simlipal tiger reserves. Then is Rajasthan. Rajasthan has Ranthambore, Sariska, Mukundra, Dholpur, Karoli, Ramgarh and Vishwadhari. Then comes Tamil Nadu. Then Tamil Nadu has Kalakat, Mundanthurai, then Anamalai, then Mudumalai, Satyamangalam, Srivalliputhur, Megamalai. So this was about Tamil Nadu. Then Telangana has Kaval and Amrabad. Then comes Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh has Dudhwa, Pilibhit, Ranipur, Amangarh, Buffer, that is Corbett. Then comes Uttarakhand, that is Jim Corbett and Rajaji. West Bengal is Buxa and Sundarbans. So this was about all the states and the tiger reserves present in those states. So as of now, there are in total 55 tiger reserves in India. So if we talk about the tiger reserves, then tiger reserves are basically notified by the state government and the NTCA. NTCA, which was formed under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, and the Minister of Environment heads the NTCA. So NTCA gives advice to the state government. So first of all, the state government gives proposal, then NTCA looks into it, and in the end, the state government notifies a tiger reserve. Now let us talk about the All India Tiger Estimation 2022. So 2022, during the celebration of 50 years of Project Tiger, Prime Minister of India declared the minimum tiger population of 3,167. So minimum tiger population was of 3,167. Then further analysis of the data was done by the Wildlife Institute of India from both camera trapped and non-camera trapped tiger presence. So the upper limit of the tiger population was estimated to be 3,925 and the average number was 3682 tigers, reflecting a commendable annual growth rate. Annual growth rate in the population of tiger was observed at 6.1 per annum. 6.1 per annum. So the largest tiger population of 785 is in Madhya Pradesh. So the highest tiger population is observed in the state of Madhya Pradesh, that is 785. Then after Madhya Pradesh comes Karnataka, then that is 563. Then comes Uttarakhand 560 and then comes Maharashtra. So Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Uttarakhand, Maharashtra. Then next is the tiger abundance within the tiger reserve is highest in Corbett, then Bandipur, then Nagarhole, then Bandhavgarh. Then Central India and the Shivalik Hills and Gangetic Plains witnessed a notable increases in the tiger population, particularly in the states of Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Maharashtra. Then Western Ghats have experienced a localized decline in the tiger population, but now that has also been taken into care. Then various tiger reserves have shown remarkable growth while others face challenges. Like 35% of the tiger reserves urgently require enhanced protection measures, habitat restoration, augmentation and subsequent tiger reintroduction. So tiger reintroduction is also required in areas or tiger reserves where the population of tiger is going down. Then what can be the conclusion? So the conclusion can be that India's Project Tiger has made tremendous progress in tiger conservation. That is true, because India before the target year has achieved the goal of doubling the tiger population over the past 5 decades, but challenges like poaching is still a threat to tiger conservation, and the problem of poaching is relevant but is also taken care of. Then continued efforts to protect tiger habitats and corridors are crucial for securing the future of India's tigers and their ecosystem for generations to come. Now let us come to one of the most important thing, and that is, I will not be telling you the answers or the options. I will just be telling you the themes on which the UPSC in the PYQs, that is the previous year questions, has asked so many questions from the topic of tiger. So the umbrella term is the tiger, and below it what are the themes on which the questions have been asked. So let us look at the PYQ, UPSC PYQ on tiger. So first is, consider the following protected areas. So protected areas: Bandipur, Bhitarkanika, Manas, Sundarbans. Which of the above are declared tiger reserves? So tiger reserves have been asked, and this is 2012 prelims paper. Next is, consider the following statement. 3 statements are given. Animal Welfare Board of India is established under the Environment Protection Act 1986. Second statement, National Tiger Conservation Authority. C, NTCA. NTCA is directly asked in the paper, and this is UPSC 2014 prelims. So NTCA is directly asked. Next is, from the ecological point of view, which one of the following assumes importance in being a good link between the Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats? So that is, look at the options. The options has tiger reserve, and that is the Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve, and this is 2017 prelims. So you need to see that tiger reserves question is being asked and also in the options the UPSC is giving. So tiger reserves becomes an important point for you to see. Then from in India, if a species of tortoise is declared protected under Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, what does it imply? So it talks about, option A says that it enjoys the same level of protection as tiger. See, the option again contains tiger, and this is 2017 prelims. So you can see the word tiger is there either in question or in options. Next is the term M-strips, and the term M-strips was very much in news and the question was directly asked from it. So the term M-strips is sometimes seen in the news in the context of, so it is given captive breeding of wild fauna, maintenance of tiger reserve, indigenous satellite navigation system or security of national highways. So directly tiger reserve again is given, and this is 2017 prelims. So the term tiger reserve becomes very, very important for you. Then comes next, which of the following are in Agastyamalai Biosphere Reserve? Agastyamalai Biosphere Reserve, and see the term tiger reserves are again is coming, tiger reserve, then again tiger reserve. So this says that how important it becomes, and this is 2019 prelims. Next comes, among the following tiger reserves, which one has the largest area under critical tiger habitat? Now the theme here is the critical tiger habitat, and this is 2020 prelims, critical tiger habitat. Then comes next, which of the following protected areas are located in Kaveri Basin? So if you will see, one of the options contains the tiger reserve, and that is the Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve. Again, tiger reserve is in options. This is 2020 prelims. So if you will see, almost every year, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Next comes, consider the following statements, and the second option, if we will see, then it contains, unlike most other big cats, cheetahs do not roar. So here, if you know that whether tigers roar or not, because tigers are also under big cats, you will reach the option. This is 2024 prelims. So this tells us that how important the topic of tiger, and specifically if we talk about tiger reserves, are from the exam perspective, and we have very clearly seen that UPSC in the preliminary examination is fond of tiger reserves. So be very, very clear with regard to the tiger reserves. Again, see, when I was talking about the states and the tiger reserves it has. Now in the end, the prelims MCQ, and you people will give me the answer in the comment section. According to the All India Tiger Estimation 2022, which of the following states has the largest tiger population? Maharashtra, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh or Karnataka? We have discussed this in the video, so give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.